Hi there. For this layout, I'm trying to use my stash while telling the story of how I got started in the paper crafting hobby. So here I have an 8x8 piece of designer paper, and this blue folded piece was a themed designer paper that I know I would not use. So I'm covering it up here with some craft cardstock, and I just folded it in half so I could use the white portion for my journaling. So it's a nice way to use up some scraps of paper that you know you may not use. These are some other little scraps I had in a little cup that I have on my desk. These are from various manufacturers and collections. For this larger piece, I cut a banner edge on the left side. The black piece, I used my scallop edge border punch to just punch the edge of it. And then I just tucked it underneath my first strip. And I had a little bit of difficulty, so it went in a little crooked. And then this is another just piece of designer paper. I just cut it down so that I could try to avoid the difficulty that I had with the black piece. And just adding some adhesive and then tucking it in underneath that larger strip of designer paper. So this one went in a lot more easier than the first piece. So I was able to get it in there pretty straight. So now I'm just flipping it over and cutting off the excess strips. And now this is the base for our layout. Now I'm decorating that craft cardstock. So I'm using my stamps. And this is a stamp set from Swiss Girl Designs. And I'm just using black ink. And I'm just spelled out the word scrapbook. Then I'm using another stamp set from another Swiss Girl Design stamp set. And it just says where the story began. And I just, again, stamped on some craft scrap piece I had on my desk. And I just cutting it down here. And I just cut a little angled cut on the right side there. I added some stickers here from Basic Gray to spell out the word began. And now I'm adding some more stickers, and these are from Prima. And this was a nice sticker set I got from Two Peas in a Bucket. So it has many different colors all on one sheet. So here I'm just using the cream with a typewriter font in brown. But then there was also this yellow with a larger font, and there was also a blue and a dark brown that also came in this one set. So it's a nice little set from Prima. So now I'm taking that strip and I'm just adding it to the upper left corner. I'm going to trim off the excess. And then I'm using my little tiny stapler that I had from high school. And now I have my little flap here. Now I'm taking some twine. This is from Stampin' Up. And I'm just going to tie a bow. And now I'm just going to add a glue dot behind my bow to hold it in place. And I was just a little finicky here because the glue dot did not want to cooperate at first. And now I'm just fixing my bow here. Now I have these little paper flowers. I forget where they're from. Again, they were just in my stash. And they're just made from paper. So I'm just using my Tombow multi-purpose adhesive. And I'm going to add this first little flower to the center of the bow. And then the blue one right next to it, above it. And then finally the green one up near the other stickers here, just to add some color. Then I'm taking these rhinestones. These are from Stampin' Up. And I'm using my scissors to pick them up and place them on the center of each flower. Okay, now that that is complete, I'm going to zoom back out here for the full layout. So there's our little journaling card here. So now I'm going to glue that down onto the layout. And it's a little bit off to the right side. Now I'm adding some washi tape just for some color and some visual interest. This one is from the Amy Tangerine, her first collection. I forgot what it was called now. And now I took another scrap. This was, I don't know the designer paper, but I used this doily edge punch. And I just cut one of the doilies. And now I'm just going to add it to the inside of the flap so it acts like a tab. And again, just adds a little bit of color and interest to the top. Now I'm stamping the date, and I'm using Lawn Fawn Smitty's ABCs in brown ink on some more scrap piece of cardstock. And I just cut it down with my scissors, and now I'm going to adhere it right here. And then I'm also going to use my small stapler again just to add that texture to the layout there. Now for a little bit more embellishment, I'm going to add some buttons here in this upper left corner. I'm using my glue dots. And then just to finish it off, I'm going to add a few more rhinestones in this upper left corner just to tie all of the embellishments together and then add a little bit of movement to the layout. So just trying to decide where I wanted these rhinestones to go. I added my final rhinestone, and then that completes my layout, and all I need to do is add my journaling here on the inside. Thanks so much for watching.